Right. So, some of you may be wondering, what is this class going to be like? Well, it's really going to vary. It's really going to change. But in a nutshell, with U.S. history, we are not going to be focusing on names, dates, and places. I do not believe in memorizing just memorizing the facts as a part of learning U.S. history. I think it is really important to think critically about the events that are going on. So in this class, what we are going to do is we are going to work on historical skills. So what this means is there will be reading, there's going to be writing, we're going to have discussions. We will see with remote learning how to do debates potentially. I'm still trying to figure out a good format for that. But it is going to be a lot of document analysis and writing and explaining your thoughts about historical events. This class is not just reading out of a textbook and answering questions at the end of the chapter. This class is not just watching documentaries. This class is not just sitting and memorizing names and dates of people from the past. We are going to be doing a lot more in-depth learning in this classroom. A really important resource that you are going to need to know is my learning page. So you might have seen this from other teachers, but how do you access teachers' learning pages? So what you do is you go up to quick links on the Fossil homepage. At the top, teacher learning pages, and then you find your teacher. So here we have Corcoran, and here is my learning page. What I want you to do is to explore on this page. There are different links and buttons. There are the buttons down below to take you to different spots. Here are some class information if you want to know more about expectations or materials for U.S. history, other information as well. What I want you to do is the video is going to pause, and I want you to explore on this page. I'm going to ask you some questions so that you can show me you've explored the page and you've looked at the information for this class. I am not going to be handing out a syllabus. I am going to use this website as my syllabus. So everything you can find on a syllabus and more is on this website. So take some time to figure out what class is actually going to be looking like with me. All right. Final thing I want you to do in this intro video is I want you to explore Google Classroom. So you should have been added into Google Classroom. I believe I got everybody in. If you try to go into Google, like if you go to Google Classroom, I believe you will see the page for our class for US history. So you can open it that way. Or if you would rather, you can go to my learning page and click on your class here. I am going to just go into period 1 US History's Google Classroom. It looks the same as period 5, but I want you to go into your Google Classroom. And a couple things I want you to figure out on here. So I have it disabled in this video right now, but I'm going to change that. This will be how you log into our class meetings. As I post things, they'll automatically be listed here. But I think it's a lot easier if you go under, instead of looking for materials under stream, going under classwork. I will try to organize it by unit, starting with today, unit 1.1, which you should have learned what that means in the learning page. If not, go back and look at the learning page to understand how I will discuss and label assignments in the gradebook and in Google Classroom. I will have links up here. I will also link in the textbook. I'll try to link in the textbook. It might be easier to go to the learning page, but I'll try to figure out how to link it in here as well. You're going to go, these will always be up at the top. So that way, if you have a missing assignment, you can go in and fill in the late work form. Go ahead and explore a little bit on Google Classroom. There's not a whole lot, but make sure you know how to check your grade. Make sure there's no grades yet, so don't worry about that. But just make sure you know how to find it, what this form looks like, etc.